In this video, I want to share some of the tips and tricks that you can do with the Google Fitbit Air and the Google Health app. And hopefully this can help you get the most out of your Fitbit Air and the Google Health app. Google Fitbit Air has vibration motor built into it and it can vibrate to notify you of several things. But did you know that you can actually change the vibration intensity? To do this, you need to go in the Google Health app, then tap on this button here, go in Fitbit Air, and here go in device preferences. Go in vibration. From here you can turn it off as well, but you can also change the intensity to low or high. Another thing you can do here is change the wrist preference. So you can set it to dominant or non-dominant. And why would that matter? It tells you right here. The setting helps your device accurately track steps and movements based on which hand you use most. You can also connect your Fitbit Air to other health and fitness equipment and share the heart rate data from this band to those equipment. And you can do this by going in the Google Health app once again. Tap on this icon, go in Fitbit Air, and here go in share heart rate. From here you can turn on the visibility of the Fitbit Air and then it will show up on your fitness equipment. You can connect it and then your fitness equipment will also show up here. Moving on, you can also turn on some really important health alerts in the Google Health app. So we'll go back in this setting here, go in Fitbit Air, scroll down and go in Google Health reminders and alerts. From here you can turn on high and low heart rate alerts. You can turn on the notification, then go in threshold. Now here you can use the default value. So if you turn it on, it will use the default 120, or you can set it to a custom value if you want. Similarly, you can go in the low heart rate section and here turn on the notification and select the threshold for that. But the most important one is the irregular rhythm. So go in here and it will detect for any atrial fibrillation or any signs of atrial fibrillation and will alert you. So it tells you here that you will be notified if your heart rhythm shows signs of atrial fibrillation. This feature might help identify AFib while you are still or sleeping. So definitely don't rely on this for diagnostic purposes. This is just a wellness feature and more of a signpost. So from here you can turn it on or turn it off. Moving on, recently Google Health app got updated and it received a new feature which I kind of really like. Now before we had to scroll through these pages to see all the information, but now you can tap on the edit button, tap on the expanded view, and you can see a lot more of these metrics on a single page. So you can just fit all of them in 2 pages and then go back and now you have this expanded view on the dashboard, which I actually prefer over the previous view. Now if you have multiple apps connected to the Google Health app via the Health Connect, you can actually see all the metrics from different sources. So for example, if I go in my sleep here and tap on this 3-dot menu, I'll see view sources, tap on it, and now it will show me all the sources at the top. So here you can see all the apps that I have connected with the Health Connect app in the past, but they are not connected now. Right now it is showing me all sources, so that is just Fitbit Air right now. I can tap on it to see Fitbit Air's data. But then if you are using other apps, like if I'm using Ringcon with Ringcon's Ring, or I'm using Galaxy Watch with Samsung Health, I can see that data in the Google Health app as well, which is kind of nice. So all of your data is gathered in one place and you can check all of it in one hub rather than going in different apps to see that data there. Automatic workout detection is one of the best features of Fitbit Air. It is spot on and it starts tracking right when you start your activity and ends right when you end. It has been really good in my experience using Fitbit Air, and you can actually manage this feature, and for that you need to go in the Google Health app and then tap on this icon here, then go in Google Health settings and here scroll down, go in activity, scroll down and you will see activity detection. Tap on it. From here you can turn it on and you can also see the activities that it will track. So there are things like bike, walk, sports, and all other workouts, which include things like running, stationary bike, elliptical, rowing machine, and more. But you need to be doing those activities for 10 minutes or longer. But for all of these, you can actually go in there and you can change the minimum duration. So the minimum duration is 10 minutes, but you can increase it. And you can also turn on or off the automatic detection for that activity. Here you can also manually set things up like stride length. So you can go in here, you can set up your walking stride and running stride. So then your band is actually tracking accurate data about yourself. Now, if you're traveling and you still want to track your calories and log in all what you've eaten, you can actually change the food database location country-wise in this app. And this can be done by going in the Google Health settings. So tap on this icon here, go in Google Health settings, scroll down, go in nutrition and hydration, Scroll down and you will see the food database. Go in here and you'll see the list of other countries that you can select for the food database. Another really cool feature that I've actually enjoyed using on Fitbit Air is the alarm feature. So you can actually set alarms and the band will vibrate in the morning to wake you up. And you can set this up by going in here, go in Fitbit Air, and here you will see alarm section. Tap on it. Here you can set up multiple alarms. You can go in them. You can turn on the smart wake as well, which will wake you up at the optimal stage of sleep up to 30 minutes before your set time. Then you can select the days that the alarm should go off, and you can also turn on repeat alarm. And this will auto repeat alarm after 9 minutes if not dismissed by a firm double tap. So if you want to dismiss the alarm, you have to double tap the band in the morning to cancel it, but it doesn't get snoozed. It will just get cancelled. So if you are in a habit to snooze your alarms, you have to set multiple alarms in the morning. Another really cool feature that you can turn on in the Google Health app is the weekly summaries that can be emailed to you every week. And you can do this by going in the Google Health settings. So go in here, then go in Google Health settings, scroll down, go in email notifications and turn on weekly summary. You will receive weekly summaries at the end of every week with all of your data and all of the activities that this band has tracked for you. So let me show you how that looks. Now this is my weekly summary. You can see it shows the whole week, the total number of steps, total number of floors, kilometers, average calories burned, active zone minutes. So this gives you a very good idea of what you've been doing the entire week. Even if you don't really care to go in the app and take a look at that, take a look at separate metrics, you can come in here and take a look at this weekly summary and get an idea of how your week went. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about, which I think a lot of people would appreciate, is that if you have this Google Health Coach and you don't like all of these insights cluttering your pages everywhere, you can actually turn off the Google Health Coach. And for that, you need to go back in the Google Health settings. So go in here, go in Google Health settings, scroll down and go in Coach. Once you're here, you can turn it off right here and then it will not bother you. So if you tap on it, it shows you your app will stop providing tailored guidance like fitness plans, recommendations, and proactive summaries of your sleep, fitness, and health trends. You also won't be able to ask questions or log your progress by chatting with the coach. You can turn this back on anytime. From here, you can also see how it works, what data is used, and other things to know, and you can read all about it from here. So that's about it. These were some of the tips and tricks that you can do with the Fitbit Air Band and the Google Health app. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.